We all want to save time, we all want to save money, and we all want to save our health. So I'm going to do a little demo for you. I think you're going to be blown away. Let me know in the comments. If you're watching, say hi. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you type replay. So this is similar. I don't know if you guys have seen the chicken demo that I've done. It's a little bit similar because it's showing you how the microfiber works so well. And I've got here Glow Germ, which actually simulates bacteria. And so they use it in schools in a liquid form to teach proper hand washing techniques. I have the powder form that I actually get this on Amazon. I also have a black light, and I'm going to show you how this reacts to the black light. It's a white powder, and you can see it probably on the surface. It's rolling onto the floor, so I'll have to clean the floor after. But I'm going to turn the light off and share with you. So it glows in the dark. So I'm going to show you real quick. Well, hang on. Let me turn the light on real quick. So disinfecting wipes, I don't know, I think I've mentioned this before, but I used to use these all the time in my house. And even when my son was crawling on the floor, I would use them to clean the floor. So I'd wipe down the whole floor because I was so afraid that he was going to pick up something on his hands or on his knees, put his fingers in his mouth, and somehow get sick, right? Okay, so I was using disinfecting wipes and doing that. I'm going to share with you real quick how that disinfecting wipe reacts to, or not reacts, but how it picks up the Glow Germ. And I'm putting a glove on, which before, when I use these disinfecting wipes, I never used gloves either. So grab that real quick. I'm just going to clean the surface. You see the Glow Germ there, until it looks clean. And I'll even flip it to the other side, so I'm doing a real thorough job. I'm just rubbing it. I'm in the bathroom because this is the darkest place in the house. So if I turn the light off and show you, look at that. That Glow Germ did not get picked up by the disinfecting wipe. It looked clean on the surface when I wiped it, but that's crazy. Did you ever think that when you were using disinfecting wipes that it was actually doing that, just smearing everything around? Now, if I take my EnviroCloth and it's wet with just water, taking my glove off real quick. I don't need a glove to use my EnviroCloth, but I do for my disinfecting wipes. So do you see how that Glow Germ is smeared all along the toilet? Now watch. If I just do one swipe across, look at that. It picked up everything in its path. The EnviroCloth with just water. Isn't that crazy? It's a nice clean line, and that's amazing. So Norwex microfiber, it picks up everything in its path. Now I can wipe down the whole surface with just water and the EnviroCloth, and it picks everything up. That's mechanical cleaning. What we were doing with the wipe, that was chemical cleaning. Now, if I take that same wipe, let me put my glove back on. I probably should have just left my glove on the whole time. I feel like a mad scientist putting this glove on. Okay, so if I take this wipe with the Glow Germ on it and I wipe it back on the surface, guys, look, I am just smearing that Glow Germ back onto the toilet. So when you take these disinfecting wipes, you use them on your counter, and then you move to another counter, guess what? You're taking whatever is on the disinfecting wipe and you're smearing it on that other counter. But now, look at this. When I take this EnviroCloth with just water again, you can see that it's got the Glow Germ on it. I'm using the same side, and guess what? It's picking everything up on the surface. This is now a clean surface once again. Let me turn the lights back on. Okay, so how cool was that? You love the video. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you got to watch. My comments weren't working when I did this before. So how cool was that? So the disinfecting wipe, it smeared everything on the surface, but the EnviroCloth with just water, it grabbed at everything and picked it all up. Now, who here reads food labels? I do, but I never read the labels on the back of cleaning products before because I just trusted if they were in the store we would use them, but obviously they have directions too. So on the back of them, it says hazards to humans and domestic animals, yet these disinfecting wipes, they are actually on the school supply list for children. When my son was in school, we had to send disinfecting wipes to the school, yet they're hazardous to humans and domestic animals. Now, if you think about using these in the grocery store, you know, they have them by the door so you can wipe the cart handles down. Now, listen to this. Wipe down non-porous surface with wipe until surface is visibly wet. Use enough wipes to keep the surface visibly wet for 4 minutes. Who here waits 4 minutes to use these wipes? I never did. Do you set a timer and set the timer for 4 minutes and watch it and make sure it's wet? And if it's not wet, use some more until it dries? No, that's crazy. So when you're wiping down those cart handles, with the wipes, you just sit there and stare at it until it's dry. That would be really weird, wouldn't it? Okay, so the last step, it says rinse food contact surfaces with clean, potable water after disinfecting. Do not use to disinfect dishes, glassware, or utensils. So obviously you're not wanting anything on this to come in contact with food or anything that would go into your mouth. So, you know, think about cleaning off baby high chairs, or in my case, I was cleaning the floors with them so my son didn't get sick. Those surfaces, kids are putting their hands on them. They're sticking them in their mouth, and that's obviously not good. So chemical residue, it can get left on the surface and it can actually get into your food or into your mouth. Now, so it's not that these do not work, by the way. They do work, but you have to follow the instructions. They have directions and you have to follow them to a T. And if we're not, we're wasting time, we're wasting money, and it also affects our health. So I've actually been doing a lot of research on different chemicals because I've actually been kind of getting into the sciencey side of it. It's been fun. But I looked at the Environmental Working Group website, the EWG, which it has a lot of great information about some of the chemicals that we have in our house. So I looked up the chemicals that were in these disinfecting wipes, and they're actually in a lot of disinfecting cleaners. Now, this study blew me away. It said that it has been found to cause birth defects and developmental issues in lab rats. Now listen to this. These tests that were run, the scientists found that ambient exposure to the chemicals, which was in the air and clinging to surfaces, not only caused an increase in neural tube defects, but had an even greater impact on the occurrence of these defects than deliberate feeding. So in the air or on the surfaces was worse than sticking it in the lab rat's mouth. They also noted that ambient exposure could cause transgenerational effects, defects that persisted through subsequent generations of mice that had never been directly exposed to the chemicals. So isn't that scary? You know, what we're using, these chemicals that we're using, we have no idea what they're doing. It's called body burden. So we take them in, we ingest them, or we breathe them in, and then it can be actually doing not only damage to us, but damage to our kids and our kids' kids, which is crazy. It can get passed down through generations. That was kind of a sobering thought for me, passing it down through the fetus. So think back again. EnviroCloth with water. How many steps did this take? It took 1 step. Just put water on it, clean the surface. So much easier than using these. These are not good for you. And they take a lot longer. They're disposable products, so you use one, you throw it away. Guess what? You have to buy more. This EnviroCloth, it actually has a 2-year warranty, and it just picked up everything off the surface. And they last a lot longer if you take care of them. So EnviroCloth, microfiber, way more cost effective. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like a scientist here. Now I'm gonna have to clean the glow germ up off the floor, but have a great day.